And Katie is joining us on the phone this morning. Katie, good morning.
Good morning, Maggie.
I have to ask you what it's like to every night hear Walter Cronkite say, "This is the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric," and to sit in that chair.
Well, clearly it's a thrilling opportunity for me, Maggie, and I feel at times woefully inadequate, especially now listening to all the stories about Walter. You know, I've met him on several occasions. He was kind enough to take me out to dinner the summer before I started at CBS News. He is, as everyone has been saying last night and this morning, a truly wonderful man, an American icon. And when he agreed to do the announce before the evening news commences every night, you know, everyone was so grateful and appreciative. And, you know, I don't think there will ever be anyone like Walter Cronkite. And if I could do 1/4 of the job that he did on the CBS Evening News, I'd be very proud of my work. So that just shows how tremendously influential and important he was and continued to be even after he left the anchor chair.
Katie, in the run-up of the time when you came on to be the anchor of the CBS Evening News, what was it like to know that you would be walking in the same halls, following in the footsteps of a man who was steeped in such tradition at CBS?
Well, I think he set a standard for all of us. And I think this is you know, as sad as it is, Chris, that Walter has passed away, I think this opportunity to celebrate his legacy and his accomplishments is really an important opportunity for all of us, because I think sometimes the standards of journalism have been challenged. Certainly, journalism itself is a very different animal than it was in terms of how fragmented it is when Walter was sitting in the anchor chair. But, you know, I think that his spirit lives on in a very palpable way in the hallways of CBS, and his honor and integrity and decency. He always cared about accuracy intensely and sourcing. And, you know, he was the dean of television journalism for so long. And for me, it's just a daily reminder about how important it is to really embody all of the qualities, or at least to attempt to embody all the qualities that he exemplified.
And when you think about it, if he hadn't taken over and done that job, the evening news could have been a completely different animal. It could have been performers. It could have been something completely different. But when he started, he purposely gave himself the title of managing editor because he wanted to dispel the notion that he was a performer and that it was a show.
Or a presenter. That's true, Maggie. I mean, he really guided the ship in so many ways. And, you know, as I continue to read and learn about Walter again, you know, in this period of time, you know, he did a piece on Watergate, and it was 14 minutes long, which was just unheard of, which was a very strong message to the American people that this wasn't the Washington Post just out to get Nixon. This was truly an important story. And I think he made decisions like that all the time. Morley Safer told us that he was a reporter's best friend when a reporter was out in the field. He really did guide this genre and this broadcast called the CBS Evening News, and is responsible for making it such a long-lasting creature in television journalism. And I think he did it in the best possible way. As you said, he wasn't a performer. He wanted to have authority over what went into the news, the content, the visuals that were used. And, you know, I think that was critically important for everyone who followed in his footsteps.
Katie, thank you for taking the time and joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Nice talking to you guys.
You too, Katie.